Welcome to my block. My name is Andre Webley, and I'm going to be the host of this podcast. This is where you're going to get a glimpse of my lifestyle and business, as well as picking up some healthy tips and tricks that will help you make a lifestyle change, starting with your body and mind. Are you ready? Let's do this.
They asked, could he deliver another classic? Who else carried the field on their back with this rap shit? So I treat it like it's my last hit when I craft this magic. How we approaching every single track with, and let it burn slow. For my town, I'm feeling like it's my turn. So integrity in my pen is with every verse. Show simply nothing less than the legend that Grace birth. Yo, was they do more than
you know, like text messaging. Wow, damn. Text messaging and calling. That's fine. Like I obviously use that, so I don't care. Well, I do care, but I use that obviously, and it's an advantage. But it's like you were just stating right now, like sometimes it's better, just to have that.
It's almost like a face-to-face connection.
I
like being in person. I think that's cool. Like, talking over the phone's all right when you're in love and that's cool. But like, I want to be able to.
I want to be right there. I want you right there. I want to be right here. I want to talk. Let's
It's like being around your friends all the time. It's cool, man. Like, it's cool. I enjoy my job so much because I'm able to hang around people, to see what people are like, to hear the things that are going on in their life and how we can make them better and how we can make strides to help each other. And it's not only about me. It's not only about you. It's about everybody. It's about giving a helping hand. We all need help in something. And in order for us to get that help, we have to learn how to talk to each other, which this technology has embedded us to do even more frequently. So that's a pro right there. So you guys, if you're into entrepreneurship, or if you're into getting something done, you're passionate, becoming a music artist, becoming a writer, doing your own blog, creating music, writing, being who you are, just go out and do it. You're able to do it. Find somebody that's in your desired field or niche and message them. It doesn't have to be the most famous person. Just message somebody that knows more than you do and learn from them. Don't copy them. Learn. Ask them what are the books that they've read. What are the things that they've done? How did the experiences that they went through? Listen to their story. How did the experiences that they went through help them shape them into the person that they are right now? You have that technology. You have like centrally $1 million company in your phone, in your hand. But you got to be able to use it. You got to be able to talk to people. If you're not able to talk to people, nothing gets done. My dad always used to say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And it's true. Nobody knows you need help until you say something. Nobody knows that you want to do something. Nobody knows about the podcast until we put it up on Facebook and tell people we're doing a podcast. But if we just put a podcast out, the people on Spreaker, the people on iTunes, the people on Stitcher and Spotify, they're only going to know if they're there. But we all don't use those things. We all use Instagram, Tumblr. Is Tumblr still around?
Yeah.
Okay, Tumblr. WhatsApp. We use all these crazy apps. There's so many apps, dude. And we're using all of them. And if we're not putting our 2 cents into something, then how can people benefit? How can we benefit from each other if we don't talk to each other? I could look at you and figure stuff out, but at some point, I have to ask a question. I got very good at weightlifting by just watching people. But then I had to go to the coach and be like, I'm having trouble flipping my elbows up. How do I flip my elbows up faster? He goes, stretch more, use this ball, lean up against the wall, and do some mobility. I was just, okay. I did that for 6 weeks. It worked. I was just like, okay, I would have never learned that trick. Even though it took 6 weeks for it to work, or it worked immediately, but for the effects to last the longest, it took me 6 weeks to feel the difference totally. And I noticed it, and I feel amazing. I was doing stuff I had never done before. Oh my God, I'm so flexible now in my shoulders. I can touch my back. Like, oh my God. You know, but the only way you get far in life is by being humble, asking questions, and putting your head in the dirt and getting your work done. Don't shortcut anything. If you shortcut, you're gonna have shortcomings. But that's on you. I don't want to say you want to settle for that, but if you settle for that, then you know that's what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went a little bit off topic, huh?
Yeah, off the rails. Off the rails. I do my best not to go off the rails.
Alright. It's alright, you know. That's what the podcast is all about. That's something,
Yeah.
You know. But so back to what we were talking about. Technology. It's a great tool to have, but it also can be a very destructive tool if used improperly. What do I mean by that, Dre?
What do you mean by that, Manny?
Still trying to figure it out. It's very when I'm talking about very destructive, it can mean a variety of things like
The amount of time people spend on their phone is ridiculous. Even myself, I live on a phone. I own the business. If I don't have, you know, the technology in my hand, I can't get anything done. There's only so much I could do on the ground. But then I get so tired of looking at my phone. It's like I'm consumed. The average time span, the average time span of a human being right now, of attention span, I'm sorry, is about like 9 seconds. And it might be getting
shorter.
yes, by the year and by the days. It's like if something doesn't catch your attention within like the first 10 seconds, you're out of there. Right? How many times you go on Facebook and you scroll through a video and it's just like an ad? It's just, all right, cool. Like you got 3 seconds to tell me exactly what I want to hear about this video, or I'm done. Some of the cons just have you all types of messed up. I think one of the cons is something that I hit on already, is just about not talking to people, having that barrier, that wall in between you and somebody else, that uncomfortability.
Now I want to tie into that real quick before you start. I'll keep on talking because
you know I talk a lot, so
I'm sorry, I stopped you now. No. So you know, before he starts talking, anyways, so what I wanted to tie into that, he hit the nail on the head, whatever it's called, communication. I know a lot of times, actually a lot of stories that I have heard or read or whatever, of what I meant from misuse of social media or misuse of technology is relationships. It doesn't have to be about relationship. It could be about family.
Which are still relationships.
Yeah.
They're just not
you know.
those kind of relationships.
Yeah.
You know.
Relationships in general. You know, we'll spend so much time on the computers or so much time on the tablets or whatever it is that they don't realize that their reality is where they need to be. I'm gonna say a quick story about this from my life. My parents, you know, they're old fashioned. You know, they were raised in the 50s and 70s, so obviously, and you know, they didn't know much about technology as far as just phones and television and cable. That's all they know about technology. They know to turn it on, turn it off, and volume. That's it. So my mom one day, she got into the habit, or not into the habit, but she found the computer life. And this story I haven't really told too many people, because it does touch a few things in my life that led up to the moment that I am in right now, which, you know, my parents are no longer together. They went their separate ways, but that's a different story. But it does tie into this. So my mom, found the whole computer. She started using the computer. She's bought it on a Black Friday. I was around maybe 8, 9, 10ish at the time, and she got the computer, got home, build it up and whatever, and there she went. Turn it on, started using it. Um, every day it was at least 5, 6, 7 hours, easily. She'll be on the computer, and she'll start forgetting her reality. Like she didn't do the things at the house anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She never worked. She was on disability, and pretty much the housework is what she knew. And slowly, that was taking over her. Slowly, that was just, it wasn't the same anymore. The house started getting dirty, so my dad had to put in the work. Every time he would get home from work, he'll be tired and he'll be late, and he'll get upset, which he has his reasons, and he will just start cleaning up the house because my mom was just not into the house anymore. She was just focusing on everything that was going on in the computers, going to chat rooms. I don't want to get too deep into that, but it ended up destroying my parents' relationship. It ended up, tearing them apart because years went by. She kept, she would go back to doing her housework, but then she'll take 9 hours. She'll spend the night just on the computer. She'll be in there till morning. Then she'll go to bed around 9 and do the same crap over again. And eventually it ended into despair. So that's what I meant about when, you can use technology wrong. That's it is something that you have to wisely use and consider, is it going to affect my family? Is it going to affect my work life? Is it going to affect everything that I do, that I usually do, every day in my life? Is it going to affect any of those things? Am I going to end up just, tearing away from everyone that's in my life? Am I going to end up losing my job? Or am I going to end up doing, all these things I thought I had under control? So we have to pay attention when it comes to technology. Yes, it is great to have them, and by all means, I am not down in technology. It's the way that us as humans, how we get so emotionally attached to it.
For real. I haven't seen so many people spaz out over their phone getting taken. Just like, relax.
Yeah.
And sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
And it's definitely tough when life is consumed by technology, and you'll see it during, you'll see it during reality shows. You'll see it during, whether you're playing video games. It's still a part of technology. It's still something, and having those, either you want to call them keyboard warriors or trollers or thugs, and flexing keyboard muscles and just being the tough guy on the internet when you're really not. It's just like, it's a horrible way to use the internet to tear people down, and people, they see the joy in that, and I don't, man. Like, that's horrible. It's mind blowing how people could neglect other people's feelings and just not care. Like, this person, whether or not they're being a fool on the internet, or you record them and they blew up and you're just making these jokes or whatever the case may be, that person, whether it was deserved or not, just like kind of keep that stuff to yourself, and just, if you can't offer a way to make that person better and help, then I'd rather not say anything. Personally, for me.
Yeah. 'Cause,
So, we're going to swing into our second topic, which is...
Actually, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay. All right.
We'll take a quick break, and then we'll jump right into that.
Hey YouTube, I hope you guys are having an excellent day. If you like the video, then like the video. If you dislike the video, then dislike the video. But do me a favor, if you do like it, hit that like button, press share, turn on your notifications so you know when I'm going to be posting these videos. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.